We have to talk about the Epstein files. Hello, welcome to my channel. We have to talk about the Epstein files. We have to talk about this. I have a lot to say. I have been reading, watching, and really taking in all of the, some of the details that have been released. And it's awful. It's truly awful. Like, I loved watching, if I will, messed up movies growing up. And what is in the Epstein files is literally like the worst, scariest, darkest horror movie, psychological horror movie that you could ever have seen. That stuff was actually real. And as a person who also has enjoyed true crime, I'm just wondering if maybe a part of me has known that something was really fucked up going on in real life. And I wasn't sure how or why or who, and it feels like a super crazy thing to say if we're just going to be honest. And I'm using that in a literal term of not being in touch with reality. As a person who's about to graduate to be a counselor with my LPC associate license, my cat wants to join me. Come here. Come here. Oh, you're so cute. You can come up here. I'll hold you. She's not sure. She's like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to myself, sweet thing. I'm talking to my camera. She loves to be a part of meetings. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh my goodness. This is S'moresy. S'moresy, say hi. S'moresy is pure love. She could never possibly imagine humans doing anything even close to what has been seen on these files. Like, she is pure innocence, and I can't even tell her what's been going on. So can I just say this, that a lot of us neurodivergent people, whatever type of neurodivergent person you are, you, I bet, have felt very much like this society doesn't make sense. The way that we live in this world, at least in the United States, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It, like, logically is weird. It is set up like a game, like a literal game, or like maybe like a card game and a board game kind of mixed together. Like there's a lot of complexity, and the game is rigged, and we all know that. We've always known that. It's also part of all of our pop culture, right? Like it was actually right in our faces. This, like, we knew that. We've, as a millennial, just known that, like, we are kind of on the verge of something needing to change, like actually change. And I know I'm going to sound absolutely wild, and I apologize for that, but this is like the honest truth, is that this awfulness that is going on, I think a lot of us kind of knew and didn't have words, didn't have proof, didn't have a way to really say that the game was this rigged and this scary. In reality, it actually was. It actually is. And there's a lot of players, and there's a lot of people we don't know about. And these people with such dark interests, they persist throughout our entire society. And they've been there for so long that it's really just ingrained in everything that we do. And, like, you know, thinking about growing up in the 90s, 2000s, like the, you know, the styles of like the weird slogans that would be on girls' t-shirts, and just the, you know, needing to show the midriff, like these things that were like really popular. Actually, a lot of that was actually stemming from the culture that victimizes children and women and people who are different. And they have such power everywhere that it is terrifying. It's honestly very scary. The thing to realize is that even though we're learning all of this stuff, nothing's really changed, right? You go outside your door and it's going to be pretty close to the same, depending on what city you're living in. My heart goes out to Minneapolis, to any other place that is being targeted, because it is all related. It really is. And we know that deep down. I know that like maybe proof is like a long ways from now, but the people who are in charge don't give a shit about proof. So why should the people who are just and leaning into their hearts and their moral values of caring about people and caring about the state of the world and you know, called whatever you want to, you know, like, we need a change. It's time. I don't know what it looks like exactly, but this is maybe like our chance. What if this is our chance? What if we could move out of power all of the people and actually give them just punishment? I don't think they should ever see the light of day again. There are really good people who are locked away for stupid reasons sometimes. And then you have people like this that are just out there free. I'm saying this as a person who is literally at this moment interning at a state hospital and working with people who have been committed, and they make more sense to me than what is out there. And it's just been really blowing my mind that there really is such a disconnect in what is right and good for people as a whole and what's in power. And it's kind of the whole thing, the entire thing. So I'm not really sure what to do about that, but something needs to be done. And I, as a small individual, what is it that I can do? I don't know. I can make videos. I've been making some videos. So why don't I be a little more bold and brave and speak what is actually on my mind? Because we've all known in the background, most of us have known that there's something weird going on. There's something weird in power, and like, it doesn't really make sense, but this is how it is. And so we just kind of go along with it, and we always have, but it's time. I see this, I'm going to make a really simple comparison. I notice when people, let's say, run a red light or run a stop sign, nobody honks at them. Nobody does anything. They just like, unless there happens to be like maybe a cop around or something, but in general, people just kind of let it happen and then they keep going. And I'm like, okay, like, I understand we all have a capacity. And at the same time, we should stop letting people get away with stupid shit. I don't know, like, it's really simple, but like a small honk of like, hey, I saw you do something that was really dumb. I don't know. I know that sounds kind of bad, but we should also encourage the good, right? Like, people should be seen more in general as a whole. And we purposely don't have time to notice the people around us in a impactful, important way. We're too busy. We're too busy trying to make ends meet, trying to stay alive. And this is on purpose, right? So yeah, there's a lot of proof out there, a lot of really, really terrible things going on. I implore you to do your own research. There's a lot to look at. I've done a lot of research. I'm going to have throughout this video some articles and such that I've looked at, some pictures of the files, some videos of the island. And I wish everyone the ability to look at a little bit of it at the very least. It's really hard. It's not pretty. in fact, it's really, it's probably the worst thing you could possibly imagine. It's the worst thing you could possibly imagine, and these are the people in power and the people who are blackmailing the people in power. So it's like there's unknown, unseen people too. We know the least important people, in my opinion. There's other names that are so powerful that are not able to be listed. It's my opinion. This is all my opinion. Allegedly, it's time for some kind of revolution. Revolution of kindness and caring and holding people accountable. When they've really messed up, really holding them accountable. Giving people chances when they deserve it. I don't think anyone in this case deserves it. I just I can't reconcile with how awful the things are that are here in these files and what that means for the deeper impact of society, not just now, but in the past, and not just now, but in the future. Right now it's being impacted, but it feels so freaking slow here in the US. Like, why does everything take so long? And the people who are doing the bad things just like skip past all of the checkpoints and the rules, and the people trying to do the right thing try to follow the rules, and it just is so hard to make progress. So I think not being nice, but being kind, which means holding people accountable, like I've said. Okay, I think that's plenty of information for now. Thanks for listening to me get that off of my mind for a little bit, at least. Keep paying attention. Notice people around you. Okay, take a nice deep breath together, because that was a lot, right? Okay. Best of luck. Take care.